You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Humble, young man, humble.
Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of Double X.
Hold on.
You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide.
What's going on, family? What's up? Welcome to Positive Power, Double XI Christian Media. I'm your host, and my co-host is Shay Samuel. What's up, Shay? I know I got you on mute. What's up, Shay? Can you hear the Batman?
What's up, Jerry Royce Live, a.k.a. Batman? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. I know I'm coming in kind of hot.
Monday already.
Yeah. It's Monday. Great weekend. You had a good weekend?
How was my weekend?
Yeah, how was your weekend?
It was great. It was great. We were in South Carolina this weekend. It rained all weekend long. You caught me on a good day, actually, because I was sick all week. From Thursday on, I was not feeling well. So today, at least, I'm a little, I'm not congested. Probably sounds a little nasally, but the show must go on.
That's right. The show must go on. Well, we had a great weekend. You know, Sky was in town for the week for spring break, and we hung out a little bit.
Sky.
Yeah. Daddy was proud of her. You know, she majored in nursing, and she been helping my wife out. You know, with her dad around. You know, because she be caring for him now.
Good.
And I talked to her teacher actually on Friday, and I told him. He said, "Man, you know, kids don't realize they qualify for those kind of jobs." I said, man.
Yeah, yes, definitely. I actually just heard something on the news today about a vote going in possibly to allow kids to vote now at the age 16. And the person who was actually, fighting for this ballot to happen, they were saying how kids now are the ones who are taking care of their parents and having to make the decision on what type of medication they have to take and, what nursing homes they're going to go into or what nurses are going to be treating. I was like, wow, that is crazy because that's the population. And that's, in fact, how kids started at 18 years old because it was like they were enlisting in the Army at 18. So they figured, if they can get enlisted in the Army, then they can vote.
That's right.
So voting might now be age 16.
Wow.
But for that reason, what you were just saying, because kids are able to take care of, they're making those decisions for their family members now.
Mm-hmm. So true. Well, the world is moving so fast thanks to social media. You got to grow up fast. Mm-hmm. If you can carry a phone at 5 years old, I guess you can vote. Cast your ballot.
That is true. Let's say that because, you have babies who know to look at their phones now when parents are like, they know what to do.
That's what
it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like they know. They see a phone, the first thing they do is smile.
That's right.
1 and 2 year old because they know.
And you get frustrated.
About to take a picture.
When you get frustrated, you can't figure out your new phone. You hand it to your kids. Say, teach me. Show me how to do this. And they say, well, just tell the phone. Just tell Siri.
They know what it does.
Yeah. Well, we got a big heavy hitter on the guest list tonight. Positive Power been so blessed to have some people who's making a difference in this world. And tonight, hope everybody can share this file and tune in. It's going to be a lesson learned. This young lady, she's incredible, and she's incredible testimony. I'm not going to give it away. I was out there researching it because I know Shay did her homework, and I want to know how fascinating she was since she got a celebrity promoter. So she calling me up and inbox. I said, "Wow, this is a big time promoter. Most promoters just text you, say, "Can my club be on your show?"
Yeah.
They call you. When they big like that, they call you. So anyway, real quick, we want to have a shout out to Anthony Avery. We had an album release party in the beautiful Charm City that's right downtown Baltimore at the Motor House, incredible place. And he did his thing, him and his backup singers, and we met some incredible people. So we definitely going to be networking with a lot of the artists that we had a chance to meet. I'm just so glad that Lakeisha is on our team. We get a chance to go out and do interviews with these people and get to engage them and get them familiar with who Positive Power is. At one time, Positive Power didn't go nowhere. We stayed home.
Yeah, Positive Power is definitely making a name for itself. Positive Power is definitely a household name. I know because I get a lot of phone calls about Positive Power. And collectively, like you said, each person's doing something extremely dynamite and, just even for the body, it's just like Positive Power has become a household name. So shout out to you, Jerry Royce Live, a.k.a. Even though I just found out some news about Jerry Royce Live, a.k.a.
But don't let the cat out the bag right now. You got your moment. Yeah. You
didn't do me, so I can't do you. So that's just that. Hey, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't dare.
Well, that's the big surprise for our guests. So you can introduce that as we end the show. You can. She didn't pick that up when I was chatting with her.
I will definitely do that. I will definitely do that.
Yeah, she didn't pick it up.
Well, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
And one other thing before Batman go on mute, just want to remind artists we got a few slots available if you're interested in performing on My Journey with Paula G. That's right, it airs on WATC 57.2 in Atlanta. It's a hot station right now for the Christian industry. And also we're looking for people to interview, which Paula got a whole list of people, but we're doing 13 episodes. So it's so important right now for you guys to reach out to her. You got to go out to the website at paulagvoice.com, paulagvoice.com. You have to go through the website. It's a form under television taping in Atlanta. Click on that, complete the form, and she will be in contact with you. Okay. That's it for me. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night with Dr. Paul Kelly at 9:00. Then we have Shalonda with Inspirational Treasure on the radio. All right. Have a good show, Shay. All right. Amen.
Thank you.
God is good.
Well, welcome everyone to the Late Night Radio Show with Jerry Royce and his co-host, yours truly, Shay Samuels. Happy Monday. It just seems like Monday rolls around so fast, but I had the awesome opportunities to interview such awesome people. Last week, we had an awesome interview with 4 young ladies. If you are listening tonight, Miss Sheila Moore Piper, Sean Ray Price, Cassandra Webb, and Miss Neva Ford. And tonight, I'm excited about this, and you guys will know why. The post has been shared, and like Jerry said, we have some heavy hitters. And I'm excited because we get a chance to interview bloggers and artists and authors and, pastors. And I'm excited about this interview. I've not yet had an opportunity to meet this beautiful, beautiful lady, but just doing my research, I got hungry. Y'all know I'd be hungry for the word, but this is like a different type of hungry. So, Miss Glynis Albright, are you on the line with me today?
I am on the line. Thank you, Shay, for having me.
No problem. I am so excited. Did you like that introduction? Like, I'm hungry for the word, but this is like a different type of hungry, right?
Yes, it is. It's still a good kind of hunger, though. It is.
Yes, this is a good kind of hunger, and I see that you have a number of friends of yours who are in the industry, comedians and other people who are getting packages in the mail. And I was all excited because I felt like it was that sweepstakes commercial, where they're like knocking on everyone's door and they're like, you just won $5 million. So I'm excited. For those of you who are on Facebook Live, viewing this live and on Spreaker Radio, listening to the audio, or on Positive Power, I have Miss Glynis Albright, and you guys will understand why I'm so excited about and why I'm so hungry tonight. I love my breakfast food. I am a coffee drinker, and everyone knows this. I'm always talking about drinking coffee. I have a different cup in my hand, and I put post out, with all of my coffee mug sayings. And I like a good waffle. I love a good Danish. Oh my goodness, I love all. So when I saw this, I was like, this looks better than like Aunt Jemima. Like, that's what I grew up on, and I might have a new brand. Mm-hmm. I definitely have a new brand after talking with you, and before meeting, I was like, I got a new brand. So I'm going to make sure I get some of those boxes and make what's already a household name. But I would love for you to tell our listening audience and the viewers on Facebook Live why I'm so hungry and excited about you being with me tonight.
Well, first of all, I'm Glynis Albright, and most people know me as America's Waffle Queen. I have several products out. I have 3 different food lines. 2 are health-conscious lines, and that's Just Sweet Enough and Cookie Dots, and those were started back in the 90s. And my new comfort food line, Glynis's Kitchen, that right now we've just released our Glynis's Waffle Mix and Glynis's Poultry Coating Mix, so that way you can have your own chicken and waffles at home. But most people they've been knowing me for decades, with Just Sweet Enough and Cookie Dots. Because I started out, in the medical culinary field, and now I'm stepping into the comfort foods. Because I figure if Emerald Lagasse and Rachel Ray and Martha Stewart and everybody else could start off with comfort, and then now everybody's trying to get healthy, I could do it too. So I decided that I want to have both lines just like everyone else. Why not?
Let me tell you, first of all, I'm a Food Network fanatic. So I only need one channel in my house, and that's Food Network. That's it. That's all.
Food Network. Yeah, I was so honored when they came out to Castle Rock, Colorado. That's where we live, to do a feature story on a segment on me being a cancer survivor and starting Just Sweet Enough and Cookie Dots. So I was just so honored that they would, bring a film crew out and spend an entire day with me filming Dancing in Denver, because I love to dance. So there I was in the kitchen, and I showed them this is what I do when I'm in the kitchen. So it was a really nice thing for me and my family, to experience. Back in 2008, this happened. So,
wow. And you are such a beautiful lady. You're such a beautiful lady. I was looking at your pictures, and I was just like, there's such a humbleness about you and just a grace. Like, I love when I can look at a woman and just see grace written all over her.
Wow, thank you so much. Wow.
I love
my goodness, you're making me blush.
Oh my goodness, you're making me blush.
Oh,
so
God, thank you
how did you get into how did you You're welcome. It is definitely an honor. How did you get into, I hear women always say, well, it started with my grandmother, it started with my mom, but you actually took this to a whole nother level. How did you decide that you wanted to actually make your own food line?
Well, I guess I was sort of led into that. That's part of my ministry. I was going to UCLA to become a surgeon. And, fast forwarding through life, things change, and God just took me in another direction. He said to me, you will be a doctor, but not in that area. I'm going to take you to the nutritional side. I was diagnosed with a rare form of blood cancer, and my diet and my lifestyle had to change. I ate pretty well, all through life, but my lifestyle was crazy. Being married to Gerald, we traveled a lot. Once we started having kids, running 2 businesses, and then you're trying to raise kids, you're moving on the go, you're eating on the go, you're skipping meals. I was doing stuff like that, working out excessively. And so my lifestyle had to lower the stress, eat 3 good, square, wholesome meals, and slow down and get sleep. Because, I used to be a night owl. I call myself the vampire, because everyone knew that Glynis was up late at night. So when that hit, it showed me a new way. When you're diagnosed with a disease that can take you out of here, I was diagnosed right before my 36th birthday, And I was not supposed to reach 37, and I'm now almost 62.
Wow.
So, just a walking testimony. I'll let everyone know that without the grace of God, prayer, my family, and just a handful of friends, I just would not be here today.
Wow.
But that's how I got into the culinary business, creating foods for me, and then I started creating for people who were like me, that were going through leukemia. So every time I would go down to the cancer center, I would leave treats on the table. And it just got to the point where every week people were coming up saying, well, where's the cake lady? Well, where's the cookie lady? They didn't know my name. They just knew. Then I was called the Black Betty Crocker, all sorts of names.
I love it.
Because I didn't want anything. I was using people kind of as guinea pigs, like, give me your idea. Let me have some feedback on how do you feel about this. And some people will ask me, well, why did you choose desserts? Well, just think about it. Usually when you go into the doctor and you're diagnosed with something, usually dessert is the one thing that the doctor would tell you. You have to cut out your sugar. You can't eat your cakes. You can't have your cookies, your pies, and the whole bit. And, it's bad enough to be diagnosed with something and then to turn around and say, well, I can't even have fun. I can't live life, that sort of thing. And it adds another sense of stress and anxiety to a person. So I figured, why not come up with a dessert line that stayed within certain health guidelines? So that way, if I wanted a cookie or a cake or a piece of pie, all the nutrients would be in that dessert. But I wanted it to taste good. Being from New Orleans, we like to cook and we like to eat. But we want our food to taste good. And the way you make food taste good, and for Just Sweet Enough and Cookie Dots, I use fruits, vegetables, herbs, and spices. When you have those 4 elements in any meal, really, you don't have to use a lot of salt, and you don't have to use a lot of sugar, because you have all the nutrients and all the flavors from all these different fruits, vegetables, herbs, and spices. So why would you need to add anything else? So that's why I started, the first dessert I started out with was sweet potato pound cake. So I saw that. That put me on the map. And then from there, I began to, create other things. First, it was things that I needed. I know I needed beta-carotene in my diet, and sweet potatoes are loaded with beta-carotene. I needed strong, healthy red blood cells because I didn't have them. And so with the sweet potato pound cake, and then people started asking me to make them some, and it just grew from there, where folks were saying, well, I have high blood pressure, and I have, I just had a heart attack, or, I'm a diabetic. What food should I eat? So I began to take all that biology and psychology and epidemiology and all the stuff that I learned, the math, the physics, the calculus, all that. I needed it in order to figure out formulas to create all these treats. And pretty soon it just became a business. I was doing it for friends, and friends started telling their friends, and before you knew it, Just Sweet Enough was born. And then I worked with Dr. Mal Phoebe of the Phoebe Pouch, and he asked me to create a cookie for his clients that had just had gastric bypass surgery, the Phoebe Pouch. So that's when Cookie Dots was born. Then people were coming to me with, their dogs were sick, so I did Doggy Cookie Dots.
Oh, wow.
And last but not least, when you would come to my home, yes, you would eat some Just Sweet Enough cakes and stuff, but most people wanted to eat real food. That's what they call it when they come to your home. And I was known for preparing waffles, pancakes, and crepes. And that's what I did when I was at UCLA. I was pledging Delta Sigma Beta and, having different science sessions and study sessions and stuff like that. So I was on a strict diet and a strict budget. So that's what I prepared. Angel Mama was very popular in our home too, but I wanted to create my own, not knowing that 42 years later it would be released as Glynis's Kitchen. So,
and I want to say that's exactly what you did, Miss Glynis, because when you say create your own, you actually have a full package, and I love it. I love it. I love it. You actually have a full package, and what you did was you took, because we all are aware, like you said, Aunt Jemima has a scarf on, and it looks like your modern day housemaid, and that is kind of what we depicted. We just love the pancakes. But talk to us about your packaging, because here you are with this modern day woman, the bundles in her hair.
Yes, it's me on the box. That's right. Yes.
And how did you come up with the packaging and the idea to have her dressed in this luxurious waffle dress that just looks so amazing? Yes.
Okay, well, for one, I tip my hat off to Aunt Jemima. Back in the 1800s, I didn't know the story of Aunt Jemima, but back in the 1800s, that's how blacks were depicted. Maids, butlers, things like that. So that's why Aunt Jemima is not a real person. This was a former slave, Nancy Green, who was chosen to pose for the cover of a flour company's, pancake mix. So I tipped my hat. There were plenty others of Aunt Jemima's. Of course, when she died, there were others that replaced her. And she was known as the Pancake Queen. Now, at 19 years old, I'm not looking at the Pancake Queen. I'm not looking at Aunt Jemima. I just see a black person on the box. So, of course, you pick up the box because you see the black person on the box.
Yes.
But, as far as the whole marketing idea of, was it her pancake mix? Was she a real person and all that? That never went through my head. It's just ironic that here we are. We were in 2017 when I released Glynis's Waffle Mix and Glynis's Cody Mix. Someone pulled my coattail and said, you might be making history because do you know the story of Aunt Jemima? She's not a real person. So I had to go to the library and do my history and do some research and look it up. And it says, your likeness is on the cover. That's you on the cover, and you own the company, and you're a real person. So I was like, wow. So I pinched myself because, I'm thinking to myself, wow, it's been 128 years since Aunt Jemima was introduced to the States. And here I am, 128 years later, Glynis Albright, coming up with this food line. And now I'm on the cover, and they're telling me that I've made history, black history, American history, and women's history. So I just praise God for that title was saved for me. First of all, let's get that out of the way. But,
come on.
How I came up with the look, I hired an artist to draw me. I sent him plenty of pictures of myself, and I said, I want her to be dressed in the foods that I used to cook when I was in college, and that was waffles, crepes, and pancakes. So that's why she's wearing a waffle skirt, a crepe bustier, and a pancake necklace. So if you look at it, that's what she's wearing. And
that is a pancake necklace.
It came to me in a dream. It came to me in a dream. You pray and ask God, okay, I'm going to step out on faith, and I'm going to do this. This is a field that I'm familiar with, but I've been in the health and wellness industry for so long. Can I make it in the comfort food line, in that industry? And that was the picture that I dreamt up, and I called a friend of mine who's an artist. He drew it up for me. It took about 10 tries, and then I hired a great graphic artist to make the Waffle Queen come to life.
Now, after your husband saw this Waffle Queen come to life and on a box, what did he say?
Oh, he loved it. Because each time the artist would send me, a picture of what he thought it should be, I would go, nope, not quite there. Here's another picture of me. I want to make sure that, you have my personality in it. So I kept sending him little snippets of things, maybe some short videos and stuff, because I really wanted the Waffle Queen on the box to be me, but also show, like you said, a modern day, someone who can age with me. As I age, the Waffle Queen will age too.
Yeah. I like that. I like that concept. And I will tell you what I have noticed too. Like I said, Jerry's right. I do a lot of studying on anybody that I'm going to be talking to because it allows me to be more personable. I don't want to find out about you when I'm on the call. I want to know, before we get on, we can have a real live conversation. And what I like is that you personalize all of your your mailings, all of your products that you send out by sending a note.
Yeah.
And I think that is so amazing. So you take the time out. What gave you the idea to do something like that, to personalize what people are receiving from you?
I've been doing it ever since the 90s. Whenever someone would order from me, I would always put in a note. And the reason being is I remember when I went through from 1994 to 1996, that was the roughest time of my life, going through leukemia, having a 12-year-old and a 4-year-old, and then you wondering whether you're going to get a chance to see them grow up. I just know that when people are going through something like that, they want to feel special. Mm-hmm. Little things like, choosing the right wig for them, helping them with their makeup, giving them the right pillow, massaging their backs. Yeah. Things that we just take for granted. So a note, just putting a note in, and them seeing it's my handwriting because they're posting all, the product and the notes too. It's me. And it may take your product a while to get there because I'm going through all the boxes. I have to put my blessing on every single box that leaves this place. So they all wait. They're very patient. And I'm here, zipping them up and boxing them up. And I put a hand note in everything because I want everyone to feel like it's Glynis that's doing it. This is not a machine that's doing it. The machine may have made the product because I have to have a company that, produces the boxes and then makes the mix and stuff for me. But it's me that's doing it. With Just Sweet Enough and Cookie Dots, I am baking everything.
Amen.
And that's
now one day, Miss Glynis, they're gonna okay.
No.
I'm just,
My husband keeps telling me that. He says, babe, at some point, you're not going to be able to do this. So,
I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You'll have people, what most people do, with these big organizations, they have their little stampers where it's you take what you have and they have a stamper and you stamp it so it's still your stamp of love. Yeah. But I know what you mean by keeping so many things close to you because it's like you want that love to go out. Yeah. But the way that you're expanding and the way that your brand's expanded and it's going to be like, we love you, but we want our potatoes. We want our potato cake.
Yeah. Well, we want our potato cake. Solution. I did come up
I'm
with
listening.
a solution, Ms. Shay. Well, as you know, Glynis's Kitchen is twofold. So Glynis's Kitchen is also a pop-up kitchen. And I show up all over the United States and abroad. Like in next week, I'm leaving for Australia for 20 days.
Wow.
And I'll be on the East Coast at Berg's Jazz Festival. And what we do is it's a pop-up kitchen. At Berg's, they're going to change their library at the Doubletree by Hilton in Reading. They're going to transform their library into my kitchen.
Oh,
so I'll be popping up all over the United States, California, Atlanta, D.C., Philly. I'm going to make the rounds for the next 3.5 years. So not only is GlynisKitchen.com a website where you can purchase the product and maybe you'll get my handwritten note, but at some point the notes may have to stop and it will be stamped. Someone else will be stamping it. But that's why I want to travel the world. So that way you get to see me. I get to talk to you. I'll come around to your table. And so like I said, I'm going to be on the MS Noor Dam for 16 days. I'm going to get there 4 days ahead of time. And then I'll be able to walk around and see all 3,800 people on the ship and talk to them, sign autographs, take pictures, minister to them if they need it. So that personal touch has to be in there some kind of way.
It has to be in there somehow.
I have to touch you and do something. Speak to you.
I say that all the time. I say it as an artist. I say I never want to lose touch with the people, but I also know, just like your husband said, that there's a time where I'm gonna have safety is key. You don't want to get to the point, safety's key. But I'm thankful that you are saying I don't want to be bigger than I am. I still want to be able to touch the people. There's a few things I heard while you were talking First thing is what the enemy sets for the seed, God is going to get the victory. The second thing is that your gift is making room for you. And so you get a chance to do what you love doing, what you're passionate about doing, and it takes you around the world, and you get a chance to do all the things you just said, minister to people, love on people. You're still getting the brand out, and people actually know who you are because of your brand. You had a post on your page, and I really, I like doing that because we all like to inspire one another throughout the day, and social media is how we do it. But you said, what would this chapter in your life be called? So I'm going to ask you that. What would this chapter in your life be called?
Reaping what I've sown.
Ooh.
I've been planting seeds for decades. So someone said to me in the grocery store today, "Oh, wow, you're just an overnight success." And I just smiled and pushed my shopping cart. Like, okay. If they only knew. They don't know me. This is not an overnight success. I've been at this for over 25 years. And maybe to them it's overnight because they see so much of me happening, at one time, because things are happening in waves. But I think it's just continued upon what medium you're in. I mean, if you're in the medical industry, they would say, "Oh, yeah, I know about Glynis Albright. I know about Dr. G." And then someone else in the music industry might say, "Oh, well, that's Gerald's wife." Yeah. So I may be known for different titles. So of course, it's depending upon what I want to answer to. But it's just depending on where I am in my life. For those people now with social media, I can walk in the store and then they'll say, "Oh, I saw you on, on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram," because to them, I've just popped up. But I've been around for over 25 years. So it's been, a blessing depending upon which area in your life or which industry you're involved in, that you would know me. And everyone knows Gerald because, with the music and stuff. So they say, "Oh, yeah, I know your husband's music." And it's just been such a blessing that they know his music, but then they also know about me because we've been together for so many decades, for over 48 years. So.
And I love going through. I love stalking your page today because it was just a delight between the both of you. You both are doing some amazing things.
Thank you.
Because we do have a bit of surprise for you, I'm going to ask you early on in the show to give some words of encouragement or inspiration to that entrepreneur out there. There are some kids out here right now who are literally. There's a little girl I met on Channel 57 a few months back, and she's an entrepreneur. She has her own cooking products. And what she does is hers is more like family oriented. So she actually sends a gift box out to families. They have to purchase it, of course, off of her website. But she sends this gift box out, and it's meant to get moms and daughters back in the kitchen cooking. So she puts her recipes in that box, and it's so amazing. But there are people out there who are wanting to start their business up, and they are either, we always talk about being fearful, not qualified, having lack of resources. Can you inspire someone or encourage someone tonight on that moving forward, pressing forward, that level of opportunity?
Right. You just said it. When you say moving forward, pressing forward, the one thing that I had to do was to stick at it. Persistence and consistency is very important because lots of times we get discouraged and we stop. And then a lot of times, too, we get lazy and all the persistency kind of comes to an end. You have to be persistent. You have to just keep going at it and going at it. If it really is what you want. I tell a lot of youngsters when I talk to them, especially on the cruise ships and stuff, they'll ask me, "Well, I want to start my business, my cake business or soap business or whatever." And I'll ask them, "How serious are you? And why are you getting into the business? Is this something that you really, really enjoy doing? Because if you're doing it just for the money, and you see that, oh, well, I've been at it for a year and I'm not making any money, then you're going to drop it and you'll hop on to something else."
Yes.
Make sure you choose something that is your passion. Passion means you will do it for free. Like my husband says, "I will perform for you for free." You're paying for him to get on the plane and go through the airport and endure all that stuff. But get up there, put the horn or the bass in his hand or the flute, and he'll play for free. And the same thing with me. I will walk into a restaurant. My husband has to pull me. If something's not prepared right, I go, "Let me go in the kitchen and help these people out." And he'll say, "Baby, sit down. That's not your job." But that is my passion. My passion is creating foods to help people to heal. And I do it for free, because most people who write into me who are going through chemo, I send them a care package for free to get them started, so I can find out what foods do you enjoy eating, what foods do you need, what is your doctor, what has he or she told you, what you need to have, in your diet for healing. So I would just tell them, make sure that you just hang in there, stay persistent and be consistent with it. Don't let your dream die, and don't let anybody else allow your dream to die. Because sometimes when people see you pushing at it, and I hate to say this, but a lot of times we just don't want to see our friends succeed.
Don't be afraid,
because everyone being right there with us.
That's the truth.
And you have to close yourself off from all of that. I had a lot of doors closed in my face. No, you can't do this. I was told that Just Sweet Enough was a watered down dessert company. Oh, you just low sugar, low fat, no salt added, low cholesterol. Yeah, that's just a watered down stuff. And, but I kept at it. I even had other doctors, colleagues that told me this won't ever work. But I kept at it. And I thought to myself, what if I gave up because they wanted me to give up?
Come on.
So I would tell those youngsters, hang in there. If that is really your dream, make a list. Ask yourself, is this something that I really, really want to do and I really have a passion for? Then hang in there and ask questions. Because I tell folks all the time, ask questions. Write them down. Don't call me up and say, I have a whole bunch of questions to ask you, and then you don't have pencil and paper in your hand. Can you email that to me? You weren't taking notes?
No. Yes. That was another thing. That was another thing I had, because I said while you were talking, there were some things that I got. The bits and pieces that I got is that when you are really walking out your true purpose in God, right, you will begin to research things like you did with Aunt Jemima. You will begin to research things that you never knew and understand to find your place in that purpose. Like, it's so crazy because it's so God, because here's the thing, like, I've had to research. I'm a researcher naturally. I research words, I research numbers, I research, I mean, it's just, but when you are doing what God has called, you'll find so much about yourself in that, and you know what I mean? That's how you know it's your passion. You will find out so much about yourself. And when you said that, you said, I wasn't even thinking about that. I just went ahead. I would just pick the box up. But when your passion hit, or your purpose started to manifest, what happened? That box no longer was just a regular box. That box became something that you needed to research, and found that even in that, you're the first to do what you're doing. Yeah. You could have settled for, you know what, there's already a black place on a pancake box or waffle box or pancake mix. I'm just not going to do it because it's already been done.
I could have,
You
and
could
now
have.
When you look at it with graphics, if you look at the Aunt Jemima box now, because of graphics, and then you look at Betty Crocker, they almost look the same. So the red bandana is gone. Now she's got a cute little curly wig on. She's got dimples, and she's got pearl earrings on, and the whole bit. I didn't even notice that Aunt Jemima had
You look
changed.
at it differently.
Yeah,
Come on, your passion,
now
your
I can look at
purpose
it
will cause
You're
you
right.
to see things differently.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I really do appreciate that. I do know that we have one of your songs, and I don't know if it's the Glynis song. Is that what it is that we have?
If my daughter created the waffle jingle, and she is singing it, and she, got the music to it and everything, and did the
we are
words,
going to hear a bit of that. We're going to hear a bit of that. If we are ready, we're going to go ahead and play the jingle. This is awesome. You guys came together as a family and did this.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, we did. We're
going to go ahead and go right into that jingle and come back. We're going to come back and just get some of your information, your social links, and so everyone knows where to find you. And then we're going to end with a surprise for you.
Oh, wow. A surprise. Okay, thank you.
You're listening to Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
I need my fix of Glynis's waffle and pancake mix. Oh yeah, easy to make cuisine on your plate. I need my fix of Glynis's waffle and pancake mix. Oh yeah, fluffy and light, you love every bite. I need my fix of Glynis's waffle and pancake mix. Oh yeah, easy to make cuisine on your plate. I need my fix of Glynis's waffle and pancake mix. Oh yeah, fluffy and light, you love every bite.
Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of Double XI.
Amen. While that song was playing, I see a whole commercial. I just saw a whole commercial of the song playing. Everybody's in the kitchen. You're cooking, and they're coming in. They're sitting there. Oh, I see it all. I see it all.
Thank
I
you.
see it all.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Speaking of commercials, Michael Collier just did a cute commercial for me. I didn't even ask him.
I saw that, and I shared it to my page. I told you I stalked you all day. I said, "Oh, I love it." I'm not one, I wouldn't know a celebrity if I saw him, and I hate to say that because, like, I'm in the airport all the time, and my daughters will be like, "That's such and such," and people will take pictures with celebrities. I'm like, I just don't know the faces. I know them, I see them on TV. But when I saw that, I thought, you know what, that was great. That was great marketing. And just the fact that he did that, he's very funny. So no matter when I see him and I laugh, I couldn't even hear what he was saying at first. I just think of how funny he is.
A lot of people are saying that too. They say, he is so funny. How did you get him to do that? But he received his order in the mail. His wife ordered a sweet potato pound cake and some of the waffle mix. And, I always throw in extras for my clients. Right in. And he was so shocked because he didn't know. He says, wait a minute, you got a waffle mix and a coating mix? Because she's vegan and he's not. So I had to explain to her that the coating mix can also be used for, veggies. Jeffrey and Sherry Osborne just called me last night to say they're vegan as well. And I guess they were fixing some kind of chicken fillet, like the plant-based chicken fillets, and she said she didn't get a chance to take a picture. So I just shipped her off some more today. So I said, okay, now this time, after you finish making it, please take a picture so I could post it on Facebook. So,
Amen. Well, you definitely are a household name, and it's an honor for me to be able to have you on the line. Can you tell the viewers and the listeners where they can get all of your information and where they can start making these purchases?
They can go to GlynisKitchen.com. GlynisKitchen.com, and that's spelled GLYNIS. GlynisKitchen.com, and it will ship to your door. I will be gone for about a month, but before I leave for Australia, it'll as soon as I get the orders, I ship out every Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
And gets shipped to your door. Right. And underneath Glynis's Kitchen, you'll find Just Sweet Enough and Cookie Dots, as well as my nonprofit, Maine.
Amen. Well, again, it was definitely an honor for me to be on the line with you tonight. The household name. I got a chance to catch you before. I can't touch you. I caught you before I couldn't touch you. So.
Well, I will be. You're in Atlanta, so I'll be in Atlanta.
Okay, I definitely.
But when I come through, I'll make sure that we reach out to you. Desiree will reach out to you and let you know where I am. Yeah,
definitely. And I travel a lot too, so hopefully, hopefully it will be. And I'll send my information to you as well. But we are going to. We have a surprise for you tonight, and Jerry. I'm going to bring Jerry on the line with me.
Okay.
Batman.
Hey, Batman is here. Can you hear me?
Hello, Jerry.
Hello, Glynis. It sounds so funny saying her name. I say it every day.
I know.
All day long. Well, the surprise is, I know you and I was chatting about, you share the same name with my wife, but you didn't pick up that I have the same name as your husband. You didn't pick that up.
Oh, so it's not. So Jerry's your nickname,
right?
So it is Gerald, Gerald.
But it's with a J though, because my mom's name is Geraldine.
Gotcha. Okay.
And,
wow. So another Gerald and Glynis.
Right. And second,
wow,
my wife is your soror.
Get out of here! You're kidding me! Oh my gosh, she's DST! Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I see your soror sister jumping all online.
Okay,
there.
now you got to tell me. So don't tell me. Are you A5?
No, I didn't pledge. I was DJing. Okay. So I was a DJ.
Now, that would have been too much. Oh my goodness! Don't tell me.
I was DJing all the time. I had time to pledge. They had me working all the time. Me and my friends.
Working so much. Huh?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. You share with me that your wife's name is Glynis, and it's a Welsh name. I was named after an actress in the 50s. There's an actress named Glynis Johns, and so my mother named me after her. And every now and then I would run into another Glynis in the United States. But when we went to South Africa, I met 3 Glynises within the first hour that I set foot on the soil.
Wow.
At the airport, at the hotel, and then our tour guide. And I said, how do you spell your name? Glynis. It's a Welsh name. I said, yeah, I know.
Wow. And you don't meet a lot of Glynis.
Weird, yes.
Now, the other thing is, and I'm going to call her out on this, she doesn't cook like you, though. Only on holidays.
Really? Oh,
only on holidays.
You're kidding me? A Glynis that doesn't cook?
She can cook, but it's just not her thing. It's not like every Sunday.
Okay.
It's like
guess what?
holidays.
If she orders from Glynis's Kitchen,
that's right.
All you have to do is add the eggs and the cream. Let the mixer do all the work.
Oh, I love cooking.
You have a waffle line, right?
Yes. Oh, that's her thing. That's her thing. Waffles. She loves waffles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's her thing.
And then the same thing with the chicken. Everything is in the box.
Oh.
The buttermilk soak is in the box. All you have to do is add water, put your chicken in, wash your chicken, put it in there, put it in the refrigerator overnight. The next day, bam, roll it in the coating mix. Right. There's another packet of the coating mix. You can bake it, air fry it, or deep fry it.
Well, we're going to hit you up because I'm diabetic, so I'm real careful about my diet. Very careful.
Well, you know what? A lot of my clients who are diabetics, they still eat my products. Now, remember, even though this is a comfort food line,
right.
Glynis's Kitchen Bar, with the waffle mix and the coating mix, as a nutritional therapist, there are still things that I refuse to do. So my products, even though they're comfort food, they're not loaded with sugar. They won't have any artificial sweeteners or artificial colors. If you look at the ingredients, and you can go to my website and you see the ingredients, no colored, no dyes or anything like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
I get my color from the spices, the herbs and spices, as well as, so you'll see turmeric and cinnamon, that kind of stuff in my products. So,
that's right. Flavor.
You'll be able to, the flavor. So you'll be able to have, a waffle or two. Don't go overboard.
Yeah, we can have anything. We just got to watch, the quantity.
Yeah, how much you're eating. Yeah, eat in moderation.
That's right. I'm in the gym.
And pretty soon we're going to have Glynis's caramel spice syrup. Even though you don't need syrup with my waffles.
Oh, wow.
The caramel spice syrup will come out, and it'll have more of an island kind of flavor. I'm out. And all you do is drizzle it on top, not pour. You're going to drizzle.
That's going to be good.
Man, I'm hungry.
That's going to be good.
Where's that pop-up kitchen?
Yes.
Where's the pop-up kitchen? Where is it?
The pop-up kitchen hopefully will come through. I will let you know, or Desiree will let you know when Glynis's Kitchen will pop up through Atlanta.
Yeah.
I have a friend there who said he would host me, Mr. John Bryant. Shout out to him. So
Batman's in Maryland most of the time.
People.
200 people.
Say that again?
I said, well, Batman's in Maryland. I'm in Maryland most of the time. I'm only in Atlanta part-time.
Well, then can you get to Pennsylvania? I'm going to be at Burke's Jazz Festival in April 10th through the 14th.
Oh, I'm going to be in Atlanta.
Will be there as well.
I'm going to be in Atlanta that week.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I know, I'm part-time in Atlanta.
I'll catch you. We'll catch each
That's
other.
right. That's right.
We're all over the place.
That's
Maybe
right.
I'll catch you
We'll
on
follow
a
you.
cruise or something like that.
That's right. Well, I'm gonna be having the stuff
Yeah.
shipping. It'll be shipping
Glynis's
in.
Kitchen will be all over for the next 3.5 years.
Yes, yes.
I will
That's what
be
we're talking
popping up
about.
everywhere.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. But we so glad.
Please tell your wife, Glynis, that I said hello.
I will.
Tell my soror.
And she know about
And
you too.
I hope
you know.
to meet her soon.
Yeah, she knew about you too. When I said the name, she already knew. Like, would you research
Really?
everybody in the world named Glynis? Yeah, she knew that.
Wow.
Yeah, she knows everything.
It's wonderful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet her.
See, she
can't wait.
she follows everybody in the entertainment world but me. She don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
That's how it typically works. I have my daughters. I was like, that's how it works. The household just see, they just kind of take you for granted. It's just like your mom. Jerry, you're the husband and your dad.
Yeah.
I follow my husband. I go to his fan club and I say
You're a good Glynis. You're a good Glynis.
That's right. See the good Glynis.
I didn't say that. Jerry, I didn't say that.
Yeah, Shay did that. Yeah, Shay said that. I ain't saying it either.
I said that.
You know them servers.
And Miss Glynis ratted me out.
I know.
I sure did.
Thank you, Glynis.
Okay, I'm going to take up for you.
Because Glynis
I've been
know.
knowing Gerald since I was 13, so I'm used to doing this.
That's right.
Okay.
And she knows that them swords are all over my shelf, so I can't make a bad move. They all over the shelf. Can't do nothing. They all over the place.
Oh, well, it has certainly been a pleasure just hanging out with you guys.
Amen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much again for allowing me to interview you, and it's a pleasure. And I'm looking forward to getting my purchase in and putting my videos up. I like to decorate everything just like you have it on there, so I'm gonna do my best to mimic one of those shots and send it to you, okay?
Okay, wonderful.
Well, thank you so much. And tell your husband that we said hello, and to your family, we send our love, and we're praying for your travels in Australia.
Thank you.
Yes,
They're in LA right now. They're rehearsing for the Dave Koz cruise.
Okay.
They're rehearsing. Our daughter is there too, Selena Albright.
All right.
Oh,
Beautiful voice.
Shout out to them and safe travels. So I have one more question for you, ma'am.
That? And that is?
Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power?
Yes, I can.
She can feel the power.
PositivePower21.org Internet radio.
Can you
All
feel
right.
the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power.
We can feel the power.
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
All right, family. Thank you so much for tuning in to Late Night with Jerry Royce Live Worldwide and Shay Sanders. We want to thank Glynis Albright and Desiree for stopping by. That's right, and telling us about some way to get some good food, some good cooking. That's right. Look for Glynis Kitchen in the town near you. Follow her on her website. Follow her on Facebook. All right, everybody. That's the end of our program. But hang around. We got Clarita Haddon coming up. Jackson. That's right. Blue Flame Moments. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. We appreciate the sharing. We appreciate you. We love you. Right here on Positive Power. Don't forget Dr. Paul Kelly be here Tuesday. That's right. Starting at 9 o'clock. He got exciting guests. He got a group of guys going to be here. You know, he's going to have some fun. So come on out and join us right here on Positive Power at 9 o'clock tomorrow. And then at 10 o'clock to 12, it's Inspirational Treasure with Shalonda Williams. All right, so you want to get some inspiration, come on out, y'all. Hang out with us Tuesday. We start all over again at 9 o'clock. All right, hit it, robot.
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Humble young man, humble. Woo! This is Jarrell Golden of Holy Ground Music Group, and you are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast in Charm City. A quick question: can you feel the power?
You tell him, Jarrell. Can you feel the power?
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide.
Girl
Alacha. And we hope you can feel the power.
Right here on Positive Power 21. Woo woo!